Act 3, Scene 2, line number 75. Bassanio says, "So may the outward shows be least themselves." So what is Bassanio saying here? When this song is being what? Played, we come to understand that it is an indication to Bassanio, isn't it? It is indicating, it is giving a hint to Bassanio to choose the correct casket. And then here he says, see line number 75, here Bassanio says that appearances are not what they, appearances are not what they show themselves to be. The world is still deceived with ornaments. And then he further says that the world means the people are always deceived, means they are always tricked with the shine, with the glitter of things. In law, what plea so tainted and corrupt? And in law also, in law, what plea be tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with a gracious voice, obscures the show of evils. So here what does Bassanio further say? He says that he gives an example. Here he is giving an example of what? He is giving an example and he says that in a lawsuit, what happens? The most corrupt case can be presented and pleaded in a very fine, eloquent voice. To conceal means to cover the dishonesty of the case. Then, in religion, what damn error, but some sober brow. So here he further says that, means in religion, that means he's giving another example. And he says that in religion, a damn error means a great sin. Damned error means a great sin. It can be committed by a very pious man. Pious man means a very holy man who will justify by quoting the scripture, isn't it? He justifies by doing what? By quoting the text, means by quoting the scripture. Scripture means here the Bible. In with a text. So he is making reference to the Bible here. Hiding the grossness with fair ornament. And thus, what does he do? When he, to make his point more strong, he quotes the Bible. Thus, he is trying to do what? He hides the evil with a sacred word. So here what is he doing? He is hiding the evil, the wrong thing, with sacred words. Sacred words means the holy words. Now come to the next line. See line number 83. There is no wise so simple but assumes some mark of virtue on his outward paths. How many cowards whose hearts are all as false as stairs of sand wear yet upon their chins the beards of Hercules and frowning Mars. So here what does Bassanio further says? He says that there is no wise, which is so simple. It does not have what? Does not have some outward appearance of virtue. And then there are how many cowards whose hearts are as what? Whose hearts are as false or as undependable as stairs made of sand. There are people who grow beards Okay, just like whom? Just like Hercules and frowning Mars. So here beards like Hercules. A comparison is made with Hercules. Hercules who puts up a very brave appearance, isn't it? Hercules is a very strong man. His appearance is very, very brave. In the same manner, there are some cowards who put up a very brave appearance just like Hercules. And Mars, who was the Roman god of war with an angry face, a frowning face, an angry face. Then here further, who inward searched have livers white as milk. Okay, so here in line number 88 you will find who inward searched have livers white as milk. So here he further says who when closely examined, okay, when you closely look at people, you will find what you will find that they have very weak livers. They have very weak livers. The livers which are as white as milk. So you will find here a reference is made to again what? The Elizabethan age. That during that age, the Elizabethan, they believed the liver as what? They believed the liver as a seat of courage. Hence, what happened? The white livered was to be a coward. So they what assume that a person who had white liver was a coward, and a brave man's liver was said to be red with blood. Okay. Now come to the next line, line number 89. And these assume but valor's excrement. So here, and these people, okay, what kind of people? The coward people. They display an outer show of courage so as they appear what? They appear fearsome. Look on beauty and you shall see it's purchased by the weight, which therein works a miracle in nature. So here he is further saying that if you look on beauty, what will you find? If you look on beauty, you will find, okay, you will see that it can be bought by weight. Means by weight here means you can buy cosmetics, the artificial cosmetics from the chemist's shop, which works a miracle, and it does miracle on the face of a person. So here it works a miracle in nature by making what? Making them lightest. What does it do? It makes, okay, a person who wears it becomes the lightest. So here you will see that Bassanio is using this word lightest as a pun. Lightest, it has got double meaning. It is used as a pun. One light is in weight. Okay, light means in weight, is not heavy. And the other light is in character. Light in character means who is not having a very good character. So here Bassanio is saying about what? Here he is saying about the artificial beauty of a person. An artificial beauty. A beauty which is what? Not original. A beauty which is not original. It is a person becomes beautiful by using artificial products. Then he further says, so are those crisp, snaky golden locks which make such wanton gambols with the wind upon supposed fairness, often known to be the dowry of a second head. Here another example he gives and says that so is the curly golden hair. Okay, he says that so is the curly golden hair that plays with the wind over a beautiful face, isn't it? Plays with the wind over a beautiful face is really a wig. So what is this golden what? Lock? Golden hair? It is actually a wig which is made from where? Which is made, okay, which is made from the hair of another person, a person who is not alive now, a person who is dead and lies in the grave, into the dowry of a second head. Okay. The skull that breed them in the sepulchre, thus ornament is but the guild show. So here he further says that that's what happens. The outer adornment, okay, the beautification, the outward beauty is only the treacherous shore of a very dangerous sea, because such type of beauty does not remain forever. To a most dangerous sea, the beauteous scarf wailing on Indian beauty, in a word, the seeming truth which cunning times put on to entrap the wisest, therefore, thou gaudy gold. So here he further says that the lovely scarf which is covering, okay, the scarf, where is it? The scarf which is covering a dark-skinned lady. Here, Indian means the West Indians. The West Indians, what are they? They are dark-skinned. So here, the lovely scarf which is covering a dark-skinned lady. And at that time, one more important thing is, the Elizabethan ideal beauty was blonde with a fair skin. That is why here the Indians are said to be dark-skinned. So in short, it is what? It is a seeming truth that cunning people used to cheat the wisest. They used to cheat the wisest. How? By covering the actual truth. Therefore, thou gaudy gold. Okay, therefore, he says, he looks at the what? Casket, the golden casket, and says, therefore, you showy gold. Okay, you showy gold, hard food for Midas, I will none of thee. He says that you showy gold, okay, the outer appearance which is gold, which is shining. He says that you are very hard. You are the hard food which King Midas, he could not eat. If you remember the story of King Midas, whatever he touched became gold and he was unable to eat, though he was very, very hungry. So the King Midas, who could not eat, I will not have anything to do with you. So here, Bassanio, you can see he rejects which casket? The golden casket, saying this, that the showy gold, which is very hard food, which even King Midas could not eat, isn't it? Now come to the next line, line number 105. Nor none of thee, thou pale and common drudge. Now here he is saying about which casket? The silver casket. He says that, nor will I have anything to do with you. Okay, you pale silver casket and ordinary slave. Common drudge means ordinary slave. You are very common, okay? Common metal. Between man and man. And then he says that, why he is calling it a common slave? Because it is passed from one person, from one man to another man. In which form it is passed from one man to another man? In the form of silver coin. And then he says that, but thou meager lead. But he is looking at the what? Leaden casket, and he says that meager means very unattractive lead. What rather threatenest than dost promise aught. So here he says that you make, means you are threatening, you make threats rather than promise something in the inscription on the casket. Thy paleness moves me more than eloquence. And then he says that, sorry, the blunt message, okay, the message which is given on the lead casket, he sees it and he says that you give a very blunt message, and it moves me more than anything, okay, more than any eloquent words could do, the fancy words could do. And here choose I, joy be the consequence. And then Bassanio says that here I choose you, and may the outcome of this choice be one of joy. So here we come to know why he rejects the golden casket, why he refuses the silver casket, and what attracts him towards the leaden casket. Okay, and that is why he chooses which casket? The lead casket. So till here, revise it, go through it once again, look into the questions which is given in your workbook, things will become clear to you.